Good morning and a very warm welcome. You're watching Times Now. I'm Pratibha Chandran and this is the day after the United States strikes on 3 nuclear sites in Iran. The big question is, what next? The UN Security Council met last night to discuss the US strikes on Iran's nuclear sites on Russia, China and Pakistan. Proposed the 15-member body adopt a resolution calling for an immediate and unconditional ceasefire in the Middle East. Iran's ambassador to the United Nations has called for an emergency meeting for what he described as America's heinous attacks and illegal use of force against Iran. Secretary General Antonio Guterres told the emergency meeting of the UN Security Council called by Iran that we cannot and must not give up on peace. The French President Emmanuel Macron is urging a return to dialogue and diplomatic efforts to stop Iran from developing nuclear weapons after the United States strikes that herald a new phase in the wars in Middle East. Russia condemned the US's irresponsible, dangerous and provocative strikes against Iran. Russia, China and Pakistan called for unconditional and immediate ceasefire in the Middle East. China strongly condemned Trump's attacks on Iran's nuclear sites. Iran's UN ambassador telling the emergency meeting of the UN Security Council that Iran had repeatedly warned the warmongering US regime to refrain from stumbling into this quagmire. My colleague Priyank Tripathi is joining us live from Tel Aviv to find out what the situation is there. Let's go across to him. Priyank, very good morning to you. It looks like early in the morning. What have you witnessed over the last 24 hours in Tel Aviv? What is the situation there currently?
Good morning, Pratibha. It's around 4 o'clock in the morning and people are yet to start working. It's Monday. But just a short while back, an hour back, there was air raid sirens which were heard all across in Israel, to be very precise, in Tel Aviv, Jerusalem and Haifa. These are the 3 cities which are of the most important with respect of developmental work which has been done in this country. So what we have got to know from the IDF sources that there were missiles which were launched from the Iranian side which has been intercepted. There is no major damage which has been caused to this country. Yesterday we saw that even old people shelter home were also attacked by the Iran's retaliatory strike which happened towards the Israelis. That strike happened 2 hours post the United States had carried out major precise attack on the nuclear establishment there in Iran. At this moment, what people have been saying that they are certainly in support of the present regime because what has happened yesterday was being planned by the Israelis since long time. They have been waiting for this moment to destroy the nuclear target. It was certainly not a matter of one day that Netanyahu suddenly woke up and he realized that, oh, Iranians are able to acquire this bomb. It was being developed over the period of last many years and the strategy was decided. And finally, if you see that Donald Trump first approached Netanyahu and the conversation happened. Netanyahu was the one who first launched the attack on Iran, and accumulating to that, there were a series of days which passed through, and Donald Trump kept on giving open threat to Iranians, and finally yesterday the strike happened. So this is looking to be a very coordinated effort in between the US and the Israelis. Everyone know about it, but what is going to be the next step of Iran is going to be a big thing.
Absolutely. All right. Is it going to be business as usual in Israel or not? Because Iran has vowed retaliation.